one of these kids is doing his own thing, and one of these kids is not like the other. So let's get into this review right quick, and I'm gonna do a quick review on Poseidons Elixir Remixed Mod 3. They call it Mode 3, Mod 3, whatever have you. And initially, I'd gotten this one right here some years ago and sprayed it and was in love with this fragrance. Was in love with it because, you know, it's a remix and a rethought version that Dua has, and a stronger version that Dua has of Creed's Aventus, which everybody goes crazy for. And, you know, me being the guy that I am, I was like, well, I'm not paying $400, $300 for a fragrance, but mine's changed. I've gotten a, you know, I've gotten a bit of a difference of opinion on that, and this is a bleach stain, which is what happens on your shirt. It's not a food stain. I know y'all like this fat dude is doing reviews with food stains on his shirt, but I fell in love with this fragrance right here. This one took a little bit of a minute for it to grow on me because it lacked the characteristics that this one had to me. And this one was a bit smoky, but it's actually a lot smokier. When I first got this is actually my second bottle. This is actually my second bottle of this version, right, of this one with the label on it. And when I can tell you, this one is a little bit more smoke heavy because I can still smell the top. It's been empty for years, but you kind of, you know, it's one of those things where even if I can't get it, you know, to come out the bottle no more, I'm like, man, I really, really do hope, you know, frag heads, we look for a quanta in the bottle. Come on, baby, spray me a little bit extra out of this bottle. But I'd hope to get a little bit more out of it. But, you know, it took me some time. This one grew on me because this one was a little bit citrus forward, almost to the point where it smells like lemon pledge a little bit. It comes up like a little bit like lemon pledge. And I was like, hoping that it would macerate a little bit, and then you use the word, and it would, the fragrances, you know, would come and sit and mix and meld a little bit, but it never did, and it never caught up with his granddaddy, his daddy. This one right here, this version right here, this batch right here, which has a little bit of smoke on it, a little bit more smoke on it, that birchwood on it, and I like this version a little bit better, a lot better. Although I do remember this one coming in and it was a bit skunky. So I guess they changed something out that, you know, to avoid from it getting skunky. But this was not a bad one, but it's just not this one right here. So overall performance on these, of course, you know, it's a Dua brand. They put the extracts, the parfum, the extracts on them, so they're gonna last a lot longer. For frag heads, the fragrance runs deep because it runs a little bit faster, out faster, because of the fact that we smelling stuff all the daggone time. Your nose and your olfactory senses is just, they're a little bit burnt out, baby. They just like, I don't want to smell this no more. But and that's the reason why we tend to mash the damn button on the top of our fragrances a lot harder than others. Oh boy, this is all right. But it still smells good though. I cannot lie. This fragrance does smell really, really, really good. My overall opinion on it would be just to get it and see. You may like it. You know, you may like it a little bit better. I think a lot of the people in the group, in the Dua brand group, have had, I guess they're sick of the Poseidons. Everybody's doing Aventus, like everybody does, eats cornflakes every day. People like, you know, in every channel and everything, because Aventus is the king of fragrances. They get a little, you know, tired of them. But this one was brought out as well after Dua upgraded their atomizers And this one was a little bit before where you get that little squirt. It didn't have, come on. When you hear that little squirt, liquid squirt, you're like, I hope a little bit comes out, baby. No, this one was before the atomizers changed out. And this one is once they got the more luxurious ones, which breaks out the fragrance a little bit more and mystifies it a little bit more. So you guys can get a hold of that. But overall, still a good fragrance, still a solid fragrance. Just not the 10 that this was. It's an 8. It's a solid 8 on the fragrance scale for me. Kind of went down a little bit because I like the smoke, but it still comes out, and I still wore it. I wore it, you know, for a year and sprayed it pretty hard. So with that being said, this has been your boy For Real Fragrances. Copy fragrances from Dua. And yeah, be blessed, not stressed, and always dress your best and try to, you know, dress to impress. With that being said, peace.